¿Qué onda amigos? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos a el podcast número 1 del canal. Vamos a hacer algo diferente, un tipo podcast con Dorottya, que está aquí. Aplausos para ella. Vamos a estar hablando de cómo son las relaciones a distancia, cómo las sobrellevamos. Entonces, más que un video normal, vamos a estar hablando ella y yo de, de cómo es esto, ¿no? Mayormente vamos a estar hablando en inglés, entonces voy a poner subtítulos en español para que todos ustedes puedan entendernos. Entonces, pues comenzamos. Hi, Dorottya. When was the last time that we talked in a video call?
A few days ago, maybe 2.
Okay. A few days ago. Okay, but we are not talking like really often, right?
The problem is that the time difference, because here we are ahead, 7 hours ahead here in Hungary, and we are living in a really different time of the day, basically. When I go to sleep, your day just starts, and it's just hard to make it match. Because when I want to talk, you are busy doing something, or you're with your family, with your friends, whatever. So
so for example, here is like right now is almost 1, and for you it's almost 8, no?
8. It's actually 8, yes.
So there are like 7 hours of difference, so this make really hard to us the communication to talk, because like as you said, I mean, when I'm waking up, you are about to go to sleep, so it's hard.
Almost.
What would you say that is the most difficult thing in a long distance relationship?
If you are living in a different, like really far, like a different continent, and there is time difference, I would say that the time difference is the most difficult.
Yes, for example, like us now.
Yes, but I think that's also really hard that we cannot be together, not all the time, but for example, in like sometimes in small moments, like we cannot share those things with each other.
Okay.
Just
like for example, if something happened to me right now, like I just saw something that is weird and I want to share with you. Yes. I can't because I have to wait until you wake up or till you.
Yes, and probably you are not even want to tell me in that time because.
Yes. Okay. So for you, that's the biggest problem. That you cannot share. Yes. That you cannot share small things in your day with me.
Yes.
Because those are like in moments, like you said.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, they are just right in the moment, and I just cannot share. I can write you, for example, probably
yes, I'm not
happens.
Going to
you are not going to reply because you are sleeping or something.
Okay, so I mean the biggest problem. Yes, the biggest problem is that we don't have a time in common.
Yes.
That it will be so much easier if you will be like just 2 hours or
yes,
at least 4 hours. Yes, but the problem here is that we are like 7 hours now. Oh, yes. Okay, and how would you describe, or how is for you to have a long distance relationship? Like, yes, how is it for you?
It's really hard, but I think.
Do you think that is hard?
Obviously, it's much more harder than a normal relationship. Okay. Especially because, like I said, that especially in our case, that we are this far, I cannot just fly to Mexico, for example, in every month, because it's a lot of money and everything, and
yes, like a flight ticket is like 23,000 pesos. No?
Yes.
Last time we
I
checked.
don't know, kind of, whatever.
So yes, this makes like impossible to think about seeing each other in the next month or the next
Yes.
2 months.
At least
we
we
have
have
to-
to wait a few months.
Yes. But
Uh.
what else? Like how is for you?
For me, it's
To-
hard because I'm kind of a really needy person, and I love being I love being with you, like physically, like just hugging you or
Yeah,
kissing
like
you,
yes. Okay, okay.
and it's hard that I can't. I would say that too, that it makes it harder, but I don't know what else.
Like, do you think that long distance relationship are like it makes you strong? Like it makes
Yes.
our relationship strong?
Yes, I would say that it
But-
makes it stronger, but if you are not that type of person to hold this type of distance, it can make it really weak.
But you said, because what?
I mean, you know that we have friends who had problems because of they were different persons and personalities, and they couldn't hold the long distance.
Okay, but for example, do you think that it makes something different than them that we are engaged?
I would say yes.
Do you think so that makes you more comfy? So if I would not propose you in last year, I mean, we could not
Have
be
been
together
broke
right
up?
now. Yes. Do you
I'm
think
not.
that?
No, I don't think. It's just in
Because,
that.
for example, I think for sure the fact that I proposed you last year is making this more like okay, like we can
Easy.
hold it because we already have a compromise.
A commitment, yes.
Yeah, but what would you say for those people who are not engaged?
Okay, I think in a long distance relationship is the most important part that you have a plan. Because
Okay.
when we were separate for 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
it made harder that we couldn't plan because of COVID. And we didn't know when we are going to see each other. But for example, right now that we are separate and I know that probably we are going to meet in camp, I'm much more calm. And I'm not stressed because I know that in 2 months or 1 month, I'm going to be there with you. And I think this is the most important thing, that you plan and you know when you can see each other again.
So that's the thing that is helping you to
Yes.
hold that relationship.
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
So if we will
sure.
not have, okay, well, yes, that's true, because if we will not have a plan, we will just be afraid all the time and worry all the time and sad all the time, like, oh, I'm crying because I cannot see you, and when is going to be the next time that I can see you? Because I mean, for you and me it's kind of easy because we already have a plan and we are counting money like together.
Yes.
So my money is your money, and we know that my money is going to be for flight to Hungary, and your money is going to be for being together, basically.
Yes, I mean, we are in a...
Because we already talk about this.
Yes. But, for example, I think that makes me more calm also, that we are putting a lot of effort in this. Like, not just money, but like everything, emotions, everything. That if we are talking about cheating on each other or something, it just doesn't make sense, because we already put so much effort to this relationship that it just doesn't make sense to cheat on the other one. So I can trust you more because of this.
that all the time that we have spent together, like
Yes,
it will
like
be a waste of time.
yes, basically.
So you
Because
think that?
we
So
are
you think that?
living in so different countries. It's not worth it to cheat on each other. You can just call me and say that, okay, let's broke up, I've been with someone else, or I want to be with someone else. It's just easy. But I think we did so much, put into this too much to cheat on
Okay,
each
yes,
other.
okay, but that's our experience. But for
I think
example, if you're in a long distance relationship, I think that that's the biggest problem. Like that's the biggest reason why people is afraid to long distance relationship.
because of
Because
the
for example,
trust.
if I will not be engaged with you, or I mean, if I will not love you, I could just cheat on you today or tomorrow, and you will never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But for example, in our particular case, how you can be sure that I'm not going to cheat on you?
Because, I mean, I trust you. I don't know.
Okay,
But
but for
I
example,
mean,
that's
but like how you trust in me. It's from both sides. You trust me, I trust you.
yeah. For example, I mean, you know me, and I'm not that type of person that I'm
Yes, I know you.
worried about that you cheat on me, because I mean, if you cheat on me, that's going to be your problem, basically. I mean, you're going to decide to end this, basically.
Okay,
But
but
that's
for example, I think it's really important in a long distance relationship that you be
oh
honest with each other.
yes, yes, obviously. But for
Like,
example,
for example,
I,
no, I
I
just want to okay. Say it.
say
No,
say
I'm
it.
just saying that, for example, like this, that basically we share every moment with each other. I know where you go and I know your friends and everything. It makes me calm. It makes me more trust in you because I know that you are telling me everything. Why would you lie to me?
So, would you say like the communication makes like a big point, like something really important to make
Yes.
uh, long distance relationship successful? The communication makes
Yes.
something.
And to tell the truth that now that we have phones and internet everywhere and I can just call you like a video call or something and I can see you, it makes it really easy.
Okay,
Obviously,
okay,
it's
okay.
not the same that
Yes,
you be
yes.
here, but like I cannot even imagine how they did long distance relationships in old times, like
Okay,
10
yes,
years
yes,
ago.
that's true. Like saying now in this time in 2021 that the communication isn't good, that's
Yes.
bullshit, because I mean we have everything to communicate. It depends of what the other person wants. For example, when you are texting me or something, sometimes I'm doing something totally different, and I'm not going to text you back because I'm busy. But the communication is still there. Whenever I want, I can
Yes.
just grab my phone and just say
Yes.
it
And
whatever,
it's
no?
not like you have to send me a letter by
And
post
wait
or
until
something.
it gets you. Yeah, okay, also, if you're saying this, why is it a problem that I'm not answering you? Sometimes.
Okay. Because we are in different times. And I mean, both of us know that like in a day the time that we can like actually communicate with it, it's like maximum 7 hours or 6. Because I'm going to sleep, you are doing your stuffs, you just wake up and it's night for me.
Hmm.
So and when when you are not answering or something because you are busy, I'm just thinking about shit. I'm free.
I want
Yes.
to talk.
But
Okay,
it's
okay, that
also
you're
it's
free.
also coming from that usually the time that we can talk. For me it's night. When I'm already not doing anything, I'm maybe prepared for sleep or just chill at home. But for you it's the middle of the day. It makes harder because probably you are going to places, whatever. So you are not just at home all the time.
Okay, okay. So do you think that makes harder this?
Yes, obviously.
Well, but this is in our particular case because our time difference is just 7
Yes,
hours.
but for example, I have friends who are together and they are just, the guy is from Germany, the girl is from Hungary. They are meeting every month because the flight tickets are so cheap. There is no time difference and they are totally fine. It's not even hard for them, I think.
So do you think? Okay, saying this, it just came into my mind. This, like, do you think that long distance relationship? Do you think that money is important in long distance relationship?
It's not the most important, but
No. I'm just asking you. Is important, yes or not?
yes, I would say yes.
Well, yes, because I mean, for example, if I would be with you and I would be like totally broke, I would never go with you. Or if it will be the same, if you will be poor also, you will.
I mean, if
not
if
come to.
both of us are
But, okay,
poor,
it will
we
be
cannot be together.
Yes. But for example, I mean, we can be together, but our plan is going to be really long.
Yes.
Like, for example, for us, the maximum that we have been separate, it was
7
like
months.
5 months.
7 months.
7 months, but it was because of the COVID,
Yes,
the pandemic.
we didn't plan 7
Okay.
months.
Mm-hmm. But for example, if I would be poor or you would be poor, this 7 months could have been
A year
like 1
or
year
more.
or 2 years or more.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying, that money is
It's an important
like if you
part.
want to have a long distance relationship, you have to not have money, but you have to think about that you're going to need money.
Okay,
to
like
obviously if you're just in another city, well, that's
not but like in
yeah,
our
yes.
case, like when I went to Mexico, for example, you were working for months to get money that I go.
Yes.
And like me, I have a job in Hungary. I'm working that we can be together. So even if you don't have money or something, just try to
Yes.
put effort to.
Yes, but this is what I'm
this.
saying, that obviously it's harder for people who we don't have money. But for example, for me in my case, that when you came here to Mexico, I had to work for like 4 months in a restaurant, like from morning to night, to have just enough money that you come here.
Yes.
But for example, I know more friends who are in a long distance relationship, and he's just going to see her girlfriend 1 week in France. So he was just traveling to France 1 week, just for being there 1 week. For me, that's not worth it because that's a lot of money just for 1
Yes.
week. That's a waste of money. But for example, this person has the chance, the possibilities
Yes.
to go and spend that money. This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean when I'm saying that long distance relationship is also about money.
Yes, but I mean it's not
No?
impossible. If you
Obviously, no, I'm not saying
I
that
mean
it's not
if you
impossible.
are, I think if you are committed to that relationship and you love each other, you know what you are working for what you are getting the money.
Yes, for example, it depends also something. It depends where is the other person
Yes.
from. For example, if that would be me, like me, I will wait for you, like a lot, because I don't have
Yes, but-
problems. I mean, to wait, because for me, if you are saying like I wanna have a family or something, for me it's like, oh, I can have a family at the age of 30 or 35 or 40. But no. But for example, I know a lot of people from Europe that they wanna have a family at 27, 28, 25. So, for example, I'm saying that you Europeans can't wait a lot for someone.
I would say that this is something cultural, maybe. I mean, for example,
Yes,
I
yes,
see that you in Mexico, like you are living with your parents. I can see your family, your siblings. That, like for example, your brother, he has a girlfriend. They are really fine, but they chose to live separate. And here in Hungary, if you are,
And that's weird for you.
for me, it's really weird because in Hungary, like I think in all Europe, it's like when you are with someone. I mean, for example,
You have to move.
yes. I mean, I would never bring you here to my parents' house if it's not for a weekend.
No. This is why I mean Mexicans we are living separate with or
Yes, like I moved
Or
separate at the
partners.
age of 19. I'm living alone since the age of 19. So for me,
and with someone, no?
yes, I mean, I lived with my ex, but
Mhm.
but
So the fact that we Mexicans are not living together with our partners.
yes, and
With our couple.
and you told me
That's
that
weird.
you have never lived with your girlfriends,
No, never.
and
never,
you are
never.
25. So I mean, if you would have wanted,
But for example, but that means that you have something really serious with that person.
I would.
Like yeah, like now is after that it's time for marriage.
No, not really.
Like once you start living in the same house with your couple, for us we call juntados, que ya se juntaron. It means that now that they are together.
Yes.
But like real together. So that means that the next step is a baby or a wedding.
Here, there are people who move together after being together 2 months, for example. I know people who
That's
move together
insane.
after
That's insane.
4 or 5 months being together.
No, that's insane.
It depends on the person.
I would not. Yes, but for example, in Europe, you have the possibilities to move.
Well,
To
the thing
somewhere
is that here,
together.
the thing is here that when you go to a university, for example, probably you go, let's say it, and that means that usually you move separate from your parents.
Yeah, but who pays
depends
for
on
that
the family.
house?
It can be
It
your
can be your
parents,
parents
it
or
can be you if you have a job next to the university. It depends on.
That's the thing
and
that you have more
obviously-
opportunities to do that.
And obviously, if you are
also
in a case like
Uh-huh.
this, that for example you are not depending on your family, and for example you are working, here it's much more cheaper if you move together with someone, and it's just makes sense that okay, I'm with someone, I love him, I'm going
yes,
to move
everywhere.
with him.
But I'm saying that you have more opportunities because, well, not opportunities. It's easier because, for example, here, you just saw my university is like
Yes.
30 minutes from my house. Like, why I need to move somewhere else? Just to spend money. Because you're just moving
For you,
to
it's
just
not
spend
worth
money.
it.
Okay, if my parent would say like, okay, yes, for this is what I'm saying. For us, it's not worth it to move somewhere because our universities are in the same city. Obviously, there is people, there are person, a lot of friends are from other cities, and yes, they came here to my city and they
But
live alone. They don't, but that's because the
obviously,
university is not in their
but for
cities.
example, like this, that I live here, like this in Hungary, like I could not even imagine that I moved to Mexico and I moved to your parents' house, for example.
Okay, yes, but for example, that's different because we are engaged. So basically, we are kind of a small family. So I'm not going to bring you to
But
my family because that's
okay, but
that will be not comfy
I'm pretty
for
sure that you have friends
neither
who
of
are
us.
living with in a parent's house together, no?
Yes. I mean, for example, my family used to live with my grandma,
For me,
like for
that's not
20
working.
years, something like that. Yes, and a lot of Mexicans, like in their house, the grandma is
Yes,
living there, the
like
aunt is
2
living there,
or
all the
3 generations
cousins.
living in the same household. Here there are some
And
families, but
not for me,
yes, it's
but
not
just
the most
some.
common.
But here is really common. It's something. But here is really common, or it used to be common. Now, I would say that I don't know like a lot, but I used to be one of those.
But
I mean, my family used to be one of those, and then we moved separate when
I
I
don't think
was
that
like
that's
8.
a bad thing either. I mean,
But for example,
it just
no, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. But for example, if I was still there in my grandma's house, it would be a
we could not
problem for
even
you
sleep
and
in the
me,
same room.
or for my siblings. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That it wasn't a problem like time ago. But now, yes, it's a problem. Kind of. But I mean, for example, we are changing the subject. It's fine. But we are going to go back to the long distance relationship. What would you say that is the best and the worst of a long distance relationship?
The best?
The
I
best.
think
Here's the best.
Okay.
I mean,
I think
don't
the
think-
best thing
I
is
had the
when
best, the
you
best.
are separate for a long time and when you can see each other again. That's something really, really good. Why?
That's something stupid. That's okay. That's something really cursi.
Why?
I would say that. I would change the word. Okay,
I
that
think
for you that would be
no. I mean, I'm saying that
the best
those are
part
the
of
best moments. Like those moments are full of with emotion and those are really good. Like every time just
okay.
try to look back the times when we were separate and we saw each other on the airport.
I'm not saying, but for example, I'm not going to wait a year just
No,
for
but
one
obviously the
for
best
5
part is
minutes.
okay.
So I will not say that.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay, well, something else.
I
Another
think
good
like
thing.
this, that you are so far away, you can appreciate more the time that you can spend together. I think that's something true. Yes.
Okay. When we are
those
together,
moments
no?
when, or like months or something, that you can appreciate more because you know that like in general, for example, you cannot have that all the time.
True. Okay, I would say that the best thing of a long distance relationship is that I don't have to tell you anything. Like no, like like you are not here to, like, for example, I can do whatever I want, and I don't have to tell you what I'm going to do.
This is coming really bad.
I'm just telling you, like, today I'm going to do this, or or now I'm doing this. Like for example, when I was in Hungary, I was like, hey, I'm going to do it this next week, so let's not make plans, or I have to go at home at this hour, or where are you, like what are you doing, these stuff. For me that's good because it makes me feel free.
I
Obviously it's
think
not
this
good
is
for
this
everyone.
is
I would
something
say that
personal,
this
because for
isn't good
me
for
it's not
everyone.
good that.
Yes. For example, for me, it's not that I hate that I'm
Thanks.
talking to you. I'm not saying that. Don't misunderstand. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that I can do my
Okay, so
stuffs.
but you are a lonely,
Basically,
but because you are a
I'm
lonely person.
I'm free to do my stuffs. Yes,
because
but this is what this is because
you
I'm a
love
lonely person.
being
I don't
on
need
your
someone.
own, doing your stuffs, that no one is bothering you.
Yes,
But,
yes,
like,
yes.
This is why, for example, this is why
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
I want to say that.
But
like,
for
example, this is why for you a long distance relationship works so well, because you can have your own time. You don't have to talk to me every day. But okay, but for me, like, I'm a really needy person. I really need that I have a physical connection every day with my boyfriend. For me, it's really hard. The personality.
Yeah, but that depends of the on the.
Yes.
That depends of the person, obviously.
Really, this is the best thing for
Okay,
you?
and what would be the worst thing of? I mean, the worst thing, obviously.
The worst is that I can't be with you.
What would be?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that we don't
Yes.
see each other. No.
Because,
Like, for example, what is the most thing that you miss?
I really miss
being
that
together.
we sleep together, for example.
Physical.
Yes,
that
because
we sleep together. Okay.
like, even if you are with someone and, like, both of you have a job and you are go to work in the morning, but at night you are going home and you go to sleep with the person you love, and you are spending time together, at least, like, I don't know, like 9 hours at night. Yes.
At night, no.
But for us, there
So you were.
is not.
There, yes, there is nothing, just communication.
Okay, but you never answered for that question, that what is the worst for you in a long distance relationship?
The worst?
Yes.
The worst?
Yes. You just said the best.
No, that's not the best. I mean, for me, the worst is like, it would be the sleep, that I cannot sleep. Because sometimes like, for me, my day life, I make my day busy, doing whatever. I can just be watching a movie, but for me that's being busy.
Yes.
For example. But at night, when I'm tired and I just want to rest, and in those moments I feel lonely. And in those moments is when I miss being with someone. In your experience, would you recommend a long distance relationship?
If you can choose not to be in one. Okay.
No. O sea, you think that is not a good thing to be in a long distance relationship?
Okay, no, I'm saying that when you don't have any other choice, obviously it's something that you should try, at least, because you never know that if it's going to work or not.
It's going to work, yes.
And if you are really committed to that person, for sure it's going to work. But if you don't feel that, you should not even try, because you are just going to hurt the other one, I think. I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on the situation.
For example, for me, is like,
because I know that there are people who are not even
trying. trying?
Trying?
Like people who are not even trying to make
Yes. Like,
or what?
I mean, try it, but
Don't waste the time of the other.
yes, exactly. Like, this is what I was trying to point when we were talking about cheating on each other. That, like, I'm not going to waste your time.
If you're not going seriously, it's better
Yes.
to don't waste. Because for example,
Exactly.
and now that I'm in here in the YouTube channel, there is a lot of people who are writing me like they have long distance relationship or they want to do it, and I'm just telling all the time. The most important thing that you have to have in a long distance relationship is a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, if you're just like, okay, let's see, that's really bad because you don't know if the other person is taking you seriously and the other person wants like something seriously, and you're just wasting your time, wasting their time. So
Like,
I don't think that that's a
this is what I was trying
good
to say, that, like,
feeling.
it's just not worth it if you are not
Wait.
putting 100% in. Because there is so much effort in a long distance relationship. Not just money, but emotions and everything. That it's just not worth that you say after a month that okay, I changed my mind. Or not even after
Yes,
a
but for
month, like
example,
after half year
but
or something.
it's valid also tried. Like you cannot know that this is going to be long if you don't try. It happened to us. We just say like, oh, just let's meet here and here. It was like fun for fun, for example. And then we say like, okay, this is not really hard. We should try. And we are still together.
Yes,
But this
but
it became as a try.
yes, obviously. I don't know. It's obviously worth a try. Just be honest with each other, really, because without
Okay.
that,
Saying this, I'm going to ask you, what would be, what would you say? No, tell me tips how to hold a long distance relationship.
what? How to hold?
Tell me tell me tips to be in a long distance relationship.
Okay.
Like, what would you say to someone who wants to be in a long distance relationship?
Okay, first, you have to trust each other a lot. Like,
The trust
really
is
a
the
lot.
first, no?
Being honest.
That's the same as trust.
Well, almost. Try to make a plan. Like,
Nice.
not just for the next month, but like for maybe for a year, if you are that far. Or at least make a plan that when you
The
are
other
going
person
to
feel
see each
comfy.
other. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Okay, things to do, but like things to do, like to hold a long distance relationship. Not
Make
in our
yourself
case
busy.
because yes, make yourself busy. Doing phone calls. You think that it's a good tip?
Yes, like especially video calls. Or you can just call each other, just like to hear each other, or like in video calls at least you can see each other.
But you also have to understand that the other people is busy and it's not all the time for you. Because it happens right now that a person write me and is saying that he is texting this person all the time and he wants to know what is she doing all the time, and the girl is just texting like, oh, I'm doing this or doing this, and I just told him like, you should understand that you are not controlling, you're not the owner of her time. Like,
Okay,
she has her own
but
time.
for example, if I'm just watching myself for example, it makes me calm when I ask you what you are doing and you are just saying that, okay, I'm cutting videos for YouTube or something. And I know that you are busy, but I know that what you are
Yes, but
doing,
for example,
it
you
just
should
makes me
understand that
calm.
if I'm not, people should understand that if you are not answering, it's because you are doing something, and you cannot answer, and that's it.
Obviously.
That means trust. That means trust, because if not,
And
like, okay, I'm not thinking right now like he is not answering me. He is with another guy, or he is doing this, or he.
But like this, it's
That-
coming in that you are honest with each other. I mean, if you are telling me what you're doing, obviously I'm not going to think that you are with someone else or something like this.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. So, are you happy in a long distance relationship?
I'm more happy when I'm physically with
Obviously,
you, but
obviously. But for example, for those people who are thinking to have a long distance relationship, would you say that it's a good thing to try and then make a plan to being together? Because this is the end of a long distance relationship. That at the end, you are with someone physically.
I'm just saying that if I'm watching myself, like I would just start a long distance relationship like how we started. Like we spent together time, we knew each other, and then
we okay, but not
like,
not from the beginning. Long
yes,
distance relationship.
I could not imagine myself talking to a guy from Australia and decided, okay, let's be together. No, that I don't know.
Because you don't know.
I don't even know that person. I don't even know that person.
Some people are doing that.
Yes,
But I'm not do that. Like,
I'm not saying that that's something impossible, but I would not do that. I would recommend.
For that you need more things, like, because you don't know the person, you don't.
Yes.
Make.
Maybe it's a fake person, or who knows? Like, I mean.
Yes.
Especially nowadays, you cannot trust the internet.
Yes, no, yeah, that's true. It can be just a fat guy you wanted to your feeds or something.
But just to just like, okay, today I decided that I want a long distance relationship and I'm going to find a Chinese guy. Okay, let's find someone. I don't think that that's a good idea. If the destiny brings you together with someone, yes, obviously, from a different country,
if he has to happen, it's going to happen. Like for us, we didn't ask to be together, but it happened, right? Yes. Okay, probably next time we are going to talk to opportunities for people to be abroad. That would be really interesting, how people can go out of their country. But that will be in next videos. Okay, now this is how we done with the video, because you know this is going to be really long.
Actually, it's 50 minutes.
Yes, but that's fine for a podcast. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Now I'm going to turn into Spanish, but before I want to say thank you to Dorottya that, I'm not gonna say that.
No, don't say that.
For me, because that's a normal conversation. But for example, it was good that the first podcast in the channel, it was with you. This was like, okay, I'm going to turn to Español. Este fue el primer podcast en el canal de RuluMena. Obviamente estuvo muy improvisado. No cuento con el equipo necesario para hacer un podcast mejor. Pero sí que ya estoy en planes de comprar más equipo y de pues hacer el podcast un poco más profesional, para que no se queden con que está muy chafa, ¿no? Que la verdad estuvo muy bien. El podcast yo creo que salió bien, ¿no? What do you think? That it was a good podcast or not? I think it was a good one, ¿no? Like we was talking.
Yes, it was fine.
Everything was interesting. Para ser el primero estuvo bien, estuvo muy divertido. Pues aquí la dejamos. Conmigo estuvo como casi siempre Dorottya. Ya la extrañábamos. Sus redes van a estar abajo en la descripción. También mis redes van a estar abajo en la descripción. Recuerden seguirme en TikTok también, porque ya tengo TikTok. Y otra cosa, chéquense esta nueva playerita. Es la nueva de WEMX. Se las vengo aquí a presumir para que vayan a la tienda en línea. Igual el link se los dejo en la descripción, pues, para que ahí compren algunas playeritas. Y con eso pues nos ayuden a volver a estar juntos, pues porque necesitamos dinero para los vuelos y todo eso. Igual si tú quieres apoyarnos con alguna donación, igual voy a estar dejando abajo nuestra cuenta de PayPal. Y esto, todo, de verdad, todo el dinero recaudado es para vuelos, para poder
Para la
encontrarnos
boda.
y para la boda. Y para la boda. Entonces, la verdad, estaremos muy agradecidos con ustedes si nos pudieran apoyar. Con lo que, pues vaya, con lo que puedan. Ya les estaremos dando algún regalillo. Pues así está, ¿no? Muchísimas gracias. Este fue el podcast número 1 de Relaciones a Larga Distancias. Dorottya, RuluMena. No olviden suscribirse. Muchísimas gracias por ver el video. Nos vemos.